Hello, you puny flesh creatures with delusions of grandeur. It is I, Soundwave SG1, coming at you for a Transformers Transformation Review thingy. Yes, indeedy doody. Indeedy doody, fucking hell. Ton, come on, son. What are you doing? Anyway, right, okay. So I did another poll. I did various Megatrons on the YouTube Transformers official page on the Facebooks, and Generation 1 Megatron won out, even though I have reviewed him before. I'm reviewing him again because I just feel the need. I just feel like doing it again. So yeah, this is Generation 1 Megatron in his Wolfer P38 mode. Look at that. A gun, would you believe? You know, you're never going to get that again. Not even a reissue. You probably get a reissue in Japan because they have reissued him a few times. This is an OG. This is a 1984 OG bastard because it's got the rub symbol on there as well. Does this one work? Let's see. Yes, it does. Nice. Yes, he is a bit dusty in parts. Just stood on a shelf. I got this back in, I want to say 2004 or 5. I was working at a comic book shop at the time, and this guy brought in a ton of Transformers, like loads of G1 stuff, and Megatron was among them. I had most of the others, and I bought the odd few that I didn't have, Megatron being one of them. So yeah, and all the cassettes as well I got from that. So Megatron is a Wolfer P38. Yeah. A gun used by the Wehrmacht, the army that served the Nazi Party. Yes, as a replacement to the Luger P08. Yeah, so there you go, kids. Here's a gun that the Nazis used. Turns into a robot though, but he's really cool though. It looks like a real gun, right? And it's got die-cast metal in the feet, so you know, be careful out there. Yeah, it's an odd choice, I must admit, but it's kind of cool though, you know. Now we've got some detail in there. Let's zoom this in. I'm not sure if that's just a production number for the toy, or it's actually you know, a real serial number that you would find on a gun. Well, maybe not a real serial number, but at least. And I've got a bit stuck on my nail there. Sorry about that. There we are, bit of fluff. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be like a real serial number, but you know, it's there anyway. And you've got the clip release, you've got the slide release. So you'd pull that back, and this whole slide would slide off to clean the gun. You've got Wolfer P38 there. You've got some nice detail mode in there. This would be your safety. It's in the off position, I believe. There. I'm not au fait with guns, and I should have cleaned that up a bit. I'd say he's covered in a bit of dust, bless him. And we've got some. Oh, that's coming up a treat, is that? Yeah. These are just This is just glasses cleaners, so they're quite. Quite nice, there. Yeah. Sorry. Anyway. Yeah. So you got some nice chrome detail there. You got the hammer there, but unfortunately, there's no. What is that on the back of there? Oh, a bit of fluff, I think. A bit of grease. Wow, you can see it's a bit of dirt, and you can see it's been on there a long time. You can see the chrome. Wow. I'm going to have to polish this bad boy up, aren't I? Not on camera. I won't do it on camera, but you can see. There's chrome detail there. You've got some of the same details this side. However, this has been attached. This is the where you attach the sight. I'll get onto that in a minute. You've got some nice detail going on in the grip. You've got a screw hole there. And I think that might be the clip release. I'm not au fait with guns, but I'm sure that's the clip release. Or is it that the clip release? I don't know. I'm not sure. Because you see them in movies, they just do that, and you know, some nice detail in there. I mean, if it didn't have the Decepticon symbols on it, you could, at a distance, you could probably think this was a real gun. And yeah, so there we are. I mean, it does look, it's quite nicely heavy as well. But I've held a real P38, and they are a lot heavier, one, and they're a lot bigger as well. I think this is like 30% smaller than a real one. But I can hold it quite nicely. I can do a bit of Doom. Yes, and it does pull. You can pull the trigger. Now, I believe this is a Western one because you can see this hole here. The Japanese one, you could put pellets in, and even in the reissue, you could put pellets in there, and you could fire them out, you know, and they would come out with a barrel there. Yes, so, and it comes with a whole ton of stuff. We'll talk about that in a moment. So you can tool him up. You can put on a silencer, thus. You can put on a stock, also thus. Wrong there. There we are. And then you can put on the full-on G1 fusion cannon. Yes. Sorry, Theo, I'm stealing your... there we are. And then, to get it all into frame, I'm going to have to pull a... Oh! Not do that. I'm right at the edge of the table here. I have to pull. There you go, and there it is in its full sniper mode, which is what you see mostly in the TV series. But Megatron doesn't transform all that often in the show. I think it's only about 10 times in the whole series he transforms, including the movie. You know, but yeah, it's really cool gun. It's based on the gun from the man from U.N.C.L.E. They wielded P-38s with this stock and sniper on it. So yeah, so it's a bit like the man from U.N.C.L.E. So there we are. Yeah, that is pretty cool in full on, sniper mode. And you can look down the barrel as well. Let's see if you can get down there. I think the camera light is too bright and it's dusty. Wow, look at the dust in there. Nice. You can see down the barrel. I'll put a picture in it because it's trying to. There we go. So there we go. You can see down the barrel there, down the scope, and you can, find somebody to shoot. So there we are. Yes. So let's transform him to robot mode. Right. Okay. So firstly, we just take all this gear off. So we just take it off. In fact, before we take him to robot mode, all this kibble here, this transforms as well. So we might as well take a look at this. So you just got to disconnect it. So we start with this bit. This is the end of the stock. So nice detail in there. And then you got some detail going on there, some tech detail, and you got a copyright on the bottom there, which says something in Japanese, and then Takara, and then 1974, 1983, Japan. So, and I'm just wiping my fingerprints all over it. That's lovely, isn't it? Yeah, so there we are. So to transform this bit, what we do is, you obviously can see the separation going on there. So what we do is you unpeg it like that, rotate it out, unpeg it, let's pull it down. Come on, like that. And then you've got this thing going on. Come on. There we are. Which gives it a bit of stability in cannon mode. So we've got that bit. Then we get, what do we do next? Oh, we get this bit, which will be the barrel. And then we rotate this bit down. And then we connect that into there's a hole at the top there. And you connect that in like that. Then we get this bit, which could also fire as well. You can load the bits into there and fire it. I'll explain all that in a minute anyway. So we pull out what will become the handles, and then we can connect it thus, like so. Can't see what I'm doing. Pull it up there. Take this bit as well, and you got a little peg at the bottom there, and you just connect that on like that. I have seen it where it's like this as well, but it's not very stable. Hang on. Yeah, I have seen it where it's been done like that as well, which is not very stable. See, plus this bit's got a pivot on it. We'll get into that in a minute. So put that on there like that, and then we get the fusion cannon, and then we just slide it. Which way is it going? That way. We just slide it on there like that, and there we've got Megatron's, cannon, I guess. But I mean, it's a nice way of using the spare parts. I mean, this thing is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 parts. 8 separate parts. That can go missing over the years. But it's nice that you can set it all up like that, and then you can have Megatron shoot it, which is quite nice. I'll get onto that in a minute. So we'll move that over there, and we'll take a look at the bad boy himself. So, to transform it, best thing to do is I like to start with the feet at the bottom here. So basically what you do is you just slide these out. Come on, are you gonna play with me? Come on. There we are. Oh, it don't want to go because I'm on camera. I mean, you can... Come on, you fucking twat. There we are. So you can slide his feet out like that. And actually, you can use the feet to stand him up if you want. If you want to display him in gun mode. Don't know why you would, but you can do. Then we take this bit and split it down the middle. Oh, no, we don't. We slide it down first. Oh, come on, I'm on camera now. It don't want to play, does it? I've been playing with this all morning. There we are. So you do that. Then we rotate them out like so. And we just sort of... It's a case of just getting everything out of the way for the moment. We'll get onto the legs in a minute. You pull this bit down, what will become his head. You split this whole section at the back. You lift it up first, and then you split it down the middle like that. Then we get this section, and we lift up... hang on a minute, let's get into position here. We lift this section up thus, which then frees this bit, which moves it out to the back. And then this bit lifts up, rotate that round. And then, like I said, just get everything out of the way. Rotate this round like so. But I'll get onto this bit in a moment. So it fits under here because under this bit there's a slight indentation, which will fit the gun, which is not present on this side. But so we do that. And then we just basically get his arms, and then we separate them. And then we come around this side. Yes, I know he needs repo labels. They're a bit faded. You pull out his little fist. This side, same thing. Pull out and then slide out his fist. Then this bar that holds his arms on fits into this slot at the back. So you just rotate that up, and then you just kind of finagle it in so it fits like thus. And then just position everything. And there is Megatron in his robot mode. Yes, except mine has got the weak knee syndrome. I've took the leg apart to find out if I can fix it, and I don't know how to fix it. And there he is in robot mode. Very good. I mean, you're supposed to lift out his legs so they're like that, and gives him a bit more stability. But there he is in robot mode. Yeah, he's different, shall we say. There we are. I'll have to lift that arm up because it gets pinned with that. Now, that is Generation 1 Megatron in all his G1-y goodness. Yes. Yes, he has a trigger in a very unfortunate place. Yes. So that's the official transformation of lifting his legs out. And he is solid like that. He was not going anywhere. But what I tend to do... before I do that, I'll show you his articulation. So he's Generation 1. So his arms can rotate 360 degrees at the shoulder. They can also bend out that way, but that's more for transformation, if anything. His legs can move forward, move back a little bit. That's it. That is entirely it. I mean, you could do that and put Laserbeak standing on there if you really wanted to. But yeah, that's your lot. He's Generation 1 Megatron. Anyway, yeah. Now this gun, right? Now, like I said, what I tend to do is I like to put his waist in a bit more. Just gives him a bit more, a waist, and it sort of hides the trigger a little bit better, And what I tend to do with this gun is I tend to rotate it back like that, and I try and get this peg underneath the metal bar at the back, and it should just do it like so. And there is his cartoon mode with the gun barrel facing behind his back, which is the way I like to display him. I mean, it's your choice, you do how you want, but that's the way I display him. Now, let's get the gun barrel back in. Now, he's got these little pegs at the back, these little handles. If you can see them on the camera, there you go, the little handles, and they should fit in his little peg holes in his arms. There we are. And then we connect him up like so. And there you go. He can look through the barrel and fettle all the Autobots if he so chooses. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And you can, do that. Yes. We haven't looked at his face yet, have we? Let's zoom this in. Look at his El Bonso. Come on, there we are. That is his face, ladies and gentlemen. So technically, the bucket is part is kibble. That's his head up to there, and so his bucket has become, the kibble has become part of his head over the years. He's got a very strange face, I must admit. Doesn't look like he does on the cartoon. Flora Deary really took liberties on Megatron. But you know, it is what it is. It's pretty cool, though, don't you think? But you know, it was never meant to be a Transformer, was it? It was Diaclone, I believe. Microman, Gun-Robo, I think he's what he was called. So yeah. He does come with this gun, like all done in chrome. I don't know why, but he comes with this extra gun. The Japanese one comes with a sword as well. Kind of looks like a spaceship. Kind of looks like a spaceship. You know, you can imagine these being warp nacelles. You know, atmospheric fins. You know, actually, this could very fit into Star Wars, to be quite honest. Now you've got. He can wield this gun, so you can wield it in a number of ways. Well, 2 ways. So you've got this big opening at the back there, which can slide over his fist, and well, what did it do? It used to be able to do it, or am I doing something wrong? Or is it just this side? I could have sworn that he could have held it like that. I must have been imagining it. All these years I thought he could hold it like that. Guess not. But he does have a peg on this side, which means you can only hold it in this side. Like that. And you can hold that gun if you so choose. It's pretty cool. So, before I tool him up properly with his fusion cannon, he has another mode. So what you do is you pull the gun barrel to the back like that. And then we start disconnecting all this lot. If I remember how to do this. So you can see on the front of the cannon there is an extra slide to put the scope. So we'll do that like that. So that should come up like that. So move his arm out of the way. So let me just see how this works. See, like I say, you still load him up and you can still fire the gun with this bit, but I think this bit's been deactivated because there was a slide there. You'd slide that back, so you'd sort of pull it back like that and you'd still shoot. Now, how are we doing this? It's been a while, I must admit. Oh, that's it, yeah, you put... I'm not sure how this goes. Let me pause it and I'll find out. There we go, sussed it. You connect it up like that, and then you've got, you know, in that configuration there. It's a bit silly, a bit unwieldy, but that's something that you can do. You can wield it up and down, and the idea is that you could still fire by putting the bullets in there and sliding this back, and they would fire out. Yeah, you can do that if you so chose. But I don't do that. It took all that effort to show you. And now it won't come off. Oh, that's why. Come on. There we are. Nope. Oh, excuse me. There we are. Come on. There we are. Stand up. Right. Okay. So now we give him his fusion cannon. And we'll just take a quick look at the fusion cannon. It's very nice. It's very good. It's a fusion cannon. One thing I always wondered, though, what these are for. I mean, I had this back in the day, but it vanished into the ether, you know, and destroyed. But I've always wondered what these little pegs are for. They're not in the instructions or anything, but they're there. You know, and he's got a red mark on there. It's a bit faded. Again, I never knew why there was a red mark on the gun, but you know. So we slide it on like that. And there is Megatron in his full-on G1 goodness. Yeah, come on, stand up, you fucker. There we Yeah, he's just awesome. Except that leg just, he's got the shockwave syndrome there. And he is just fucking cool. He is a really nice figure. Odd, a product of the 1980s. But, you know, it is what it is, isn't it? You know, I mean, it's not like... so we'll just move you to the side a little bit, Megs, and then we'll get War for Cybertron Siege Megatron, which obviously they've taken a lot of design cues over the years. You know, fusion cannon, the bucket head, the chest, the waist. In fact, all of his design is based off this guy, except this guy turns into a tank, as we know. But, you know, every subsequent Megatron has had influence from this guy, which is good. You know, it's a nice little thing. So, that's me. That's G1 Megatron. If you like what I do, why not like, share, and subscribe? Hit that notification bell to tell me I've got new content out. Eventually, I have one of those little graphics that come up. I'm not sure how to do that yet. I'm still learning. But yeah, and if you're in a position to help out the channel, why not consider donating to my Patreon, which will be here, and check out my other Transformers reviews, which are down there. And according to my analytics, about 40% of people who watch my videos aren't subscribed. So just click that notification bell, click the subscribe button and the notification bell. It's 2 clicks and you get all, you know, my stuff. You know, there you go. So a huge shout out to all my Patreons who have stuck with me all this time. It means so much that you support me. It means a hell of a lot, and I can't thank you enough for what you do. And I will catch you all very soon. Bye for now.